Hello, Bill Molyneux here with Bill's History and Wargaming World. And this is my second video on the Braddock's defeat scenario that I'll be setting up for the Braddock Road Preservation Society for their French Indian War College. This is the final video I'm doing of this. Of course, when we set this up, the figures will be in different areas. But I want to just do a shout out to a couple people that gave me some ideas. One, of course, was my wife. So we're going to add some smoke to some of the weapons and little puffs. As you can see, I've just done a couple to see how it look. And we'll play with that with the teddy bear fur and cotton puffs. Another thing I've done is I've changed out live horses with dead horses, and I think that gives a feeling of the disarray here. And I'm going to move around the table a little bit. One of the things my wife and a couple other people really liked was the close hand-to-hand combat of the figures. So when we do set this up, probably Jim Shaw, the craftsman that painted these figures, I'll leave him and Josh and such to handle that. On the 6x5 table is what we're going to use. We've decided on that. And the smoke, I think, will give it a little bit more action. Now, I could put some lights in it, but, you know, it's only going to be up for a day and a half. And again, some of these figures are very unique. They're 3D printed. You can't purchase them. The French police, some of the French Marines, Josh Warliff printed them for me. I'm trying to keep this update video under 3 or 4 minutes. So it's pretty much the same, but we're traded out the horses. And we're going to have a little bit more Native American close action on some of the figures. And I have to do a plug for my games. You know, I'm trying to help support to teach history through board games. French Indian War Board Game Volume 1. And French Indian War Board Game Volume 2. And I also have a calendar for sale that's going to support Fort Ticonderoga on our Adventure Game Source website. It's called Goober the Traveling Bear, where he has visited historic sites all over the East Coast this year, from the CSS Noose to and the Education Center in North Carolina to Fort Ticonderoga, Fort Niagara, Fort Ligonier, and many other places. Well, that's about it for this video. On November 4th, November 5th, we will be at Jumonville, Glen at the French Indian War Seminar. Oh, and one last commercial plug. These figures, once again, were all purchased at the Gettysburg Miniature Shop in Steinware Avenue at Mr. John's, other than the 3D printed figures. Thank you, stay safe, be kind, and be courteous.